police officer being given a suspended prison sentence for being a bacon. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'll not go through the whole lot, but bacon is a nonce. And I use these terms on here because YouTube flags them up if you say the S word or S offender. So this bacon, this despicable piece of shit has been given a suspended prison sentence. Now this is George Voisey, 24-year-old of Nimmons Close, was caught after the National Crime Agency told Sussex Police about the offences last October. Now it goes on to say, trying to justify it a bit, that he wasn't on duty whilst he'd done these offences. Now I am going to read this article out, and the reason why I'm doing these type of videos on here is because you never see this unless you read the papers or you get this type of information through, which I do on the prison news app that I've got. Then you will not hear of these type of offences because they will not be on the normal BBC News, Sky News, or any type of news that you'll watch on the telly. It won't even be in the local news to where this offence took place. So it says a police officer has been given a suspended prison sentence after he admitted 3 counts of making them type of images of little ones. And like I say, I need to be careful the way I word it on here because it will flag up and you will not be able to see this type of content that I'm giving you. And it's for educational purposes as well, to let people know what is actually happening with the UK prisons or the UK system as a whole. The likes of these type of offenders who are there to protect the public, they are committing the most indecent and gross of offences, but yet they get given a suspended prison sentence when they should be getting a bigger sentence than anybody from the general public that commits these type of offences. Because what type of message is this sending out? It's okay because if you get caught, we'll give you a suspended sentence for your first time and even the second time. So Voisey pleaded guilty to 1 count of the more serious level of the charge, which is making them type of images of little ones, known as Category A offence, in relation to a Snapchat video. He also admitted 2 similar counts in relation to 5 Category B images and 7 in Category C. And like I say, Category A is the most severe, which involves obviously little ones. Category B, they're all as bad as each other, but obviously Category A is the worst, and that is what he has been caught with. At Lewes Crown Court on Friday the 11th of July, Judge Stephen Mooney sentenced Voisey to 6 months in prison, suspended for 18 months. So a slap on the wrist, get yourself away. If you get into trouble in the next 18 months, we'll activate your 6-month suspended sentence. The judge made Voisey subject to a harm prevention order for 7 years in order to him to register as a bacon for the same period. Imposing the community sentence, Judge Mooney also told Voisey to complete 20 rehabilitative activity days and 150 hours of unpaid work, where you will be congregating with another 20 bacons on a Sunday whilst you go out and do some community service. Sussex Police said the matter was referred to the Independent Office for Police Conduct, who directed that a local investigation by the Force's Professional Standards Department should be conducted. Voisey was arrested on Thursday the 24th of October last year and suspended from duty as inquiries continued into the offences. They were committed between Saturday the 22nd of June and Thursday the 24th of October, and this is what I was on about before, although police said he was not on duty at the time of the offences. Obviously, he's not committing the offences whilst he's on duty in his uniform, but it's just as bad. He was charged earlier this year and resigned from Sussex Police on Saturday the 1st of March, almost 4 weeks before his first court appearance in Brighton. Superintendent Imran Asghar said George Voisey has admitted and been sentenced for extremely serious and appalling offences. Now, I bet these coppers that investigated him as well, like he says there, the superintendent has admitted and been sentenced for extremely, it's not just serious, extremely serious and appalling offences. So if it's extremely serious and appalling, why was it a suspended sentence? When the offender in question is in such a position of trust like Voisey, in a role that is about protecting people from harm, the gravity of the risk he posed and crimes he committed is intensified. That's exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. Because he's in such a position of trust, they should come down harder on people like that, because what example is it setting? So obviously the police who's in question is agreeing on exactly what I said. But yet the judge sees it in a different light. The sentencing guidelines for these type of predators must be totally, well, it is unbelievable. That's the only word you can call it, unbelievable. These type of offenders should immediately be sent to prison so that it sets or sends out a deterrent to the rest of the beasts to not to do it, because if you get caught, the sentence is going to be intense and it's going to be straight sent to prison. Then we need to protect these little ones and send out some sort of, like I've said, deterrent for the rest of them not to do it. The most valuable, to me, the most valuable people in society, the most vulnerable, the ones we've got to protect, is the kids. We don't need to protect these beasts. We need to protect the kids from the beasts, and we need to send out a deterrent. So it goes on to say, police officers must behave in a manner that does not discredit the police service or undermine public confidence, whether on duty or not. Voisey's criminal behaviour is clearly completely out of keeping with the role that others uphold with pride, integrity, and with the trust of the public whom they serve. Sussex Police also added, the force will conduct misconduct proceedings now that the criminal proceedings have concluded. So obviously the rest of the coppers who are doing the proper job are disgusted in this beast and these type of predators as well. And they'll probably be just as shocked as we are when you're reading up on things like this. But like I say, if it wasn't for having this prison news app that sends us all these type of offences, I mean, don't get us wrong, there's absolutely hundreds of these when you have a look. But I'm only picking up the ones that come up where it says main headline. But I'm bringing you these type of videos to let you know exactly what is going on. And that depraved person, George Voisey, who was meant to uphold and protect the public, has betrayed them at the highest level by targeting minors. And he's been given a suspended sentence. Let us know what you think in the comment section, people. And I will be doing more of these type of videos to keep you in the loop. What the general or the mainstream media doesn't show you. It only shows you what they want to do. But on here, I'm going to show you what these predators and perpetrators are up to. And as usual, if you are enjoying the content, people remember to comment, like and subscribe. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.